Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we are back in the giveaway journal and we're working on something kind of fun. So I mentioned in my previous video for setting up this journal that all the pages in the collection section are all very minimal and follow the same purple theme. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll have it linked below. And there was one page that was off kilter, and it's this one. I have always wanted to do one of those aesthetic pleasing like scenes for a bookshelf, and I've never done it because I read way too many books each year to fit on just one page or fit into an entire shelf system like this. And so I've always had to be really basic with my bookshelf setups in my journal. However, my friend that won this giveaway, she doesn't read that much, and so, well, she reads a fair amount, but um, there's a difference there that I was able to work with. And one night I just sat down and started doodling, and it turned into this. I'm really excited with this, of course, being my first attempt at doing one, and also not being the greatest artist in the world. Um, Considering I did this all freehand, um, nothing's to scale. And it's a little annoying to me afterwards, but I had a lot of fun. I think these types of creative pages are worth their weight in gold because you just get to relax and unwind, and that's what I did in this entire setting. I think I did it all in one day, but I did have to step out for a bit before and after at some point. So if the lighting changes, you know why. But I had a lot of fun with this. So you'll see that we've got this bookcase setting with like a little window seat to sit on and read the books with. I thought that would be really fun. There is a couple of errors in the setup. I couldn't do anything without making an error. That's typical of me. And there's one area where I feel like I wish I had done something that a friend pointed out to me afterwards. It was a missed opportunity, I suppose you could put it as, and I might fix it before I send this journal off to the winner. I'm not sure, but it is this cushion we're looking at right now. I write just one more chapter on it, and when I showed it to my friend, she's like, "Oh, really cool how you got her username on the cushion there," and I was like, "Damn." I really missed an opportunity then. So, and it works really well because the winner of the giveaway, her username on Instagram is Story of My Shelf. How perfect is it for this page? And what a missed opportunity I had. So if there's a way that I can make it work without it looking out of place, I will change this cushion up. But otherwise, I'm really happy with the majority of the setup. I mean, aside from the whole this is doodling and not to scale kind of thing, um, I had a really good time setting this up. So unfortunately, this is the only page in the collection section where there's a deviation from the minimal purple theme that I set up, but those pages are all just as important as this, and I did want to make sure that there was some sort of variety and also a bit of interest at points, simply because the person who wins this is going to be looking at it for an entire year, and I'm not the greatest artist, so probably keeping it to just one page was the best idea I could have. If you are new here or haven't watched recent videos, I've mentioned a few times, I'm a bit unwell. I've had this weird cold. I've tested a few times to make sure it's not COVID. It's not that I'm negative for that every time, but I'm just really congested and affecting my breathing and also my voiceovers. And of course, I filmed these ages ago when I was setting them up, and I didn't think to do voiceovers so soon. I thought, oh, I'll just get to it when I go to post these videos. And of course, I'm posting these videos now while I'm I wouldn't say deathly ill, but I'm feeling very, very sick. And so please have my apologies if it is a bit hard to listen to me being breathless and congested. It is the best thing I can work with. I find these time lapses really interesting to watch, simply because uh, it's really interesting to see my process back. When you're in the zone, you're not really focusing on what the camera is picking up or not picking up. Um, and one of the things I've found, I wouldn't say humbling is the right word, but I'll use it, is the fact that when I'm thinking, I tap my fingers, and if anyone else was to do that around me, I'd be so fuming because I am someone who doesn't like sounds at all. I have misophonia, and yeah, sounds are not my thing. So it's really interesting to watch myself back and see my hand off to the side while I'm thinking, just tapping my fingers. I don't even realize that I'm doing it half the time. And ever since I've started watching myself back in videos, filming these for you all, it's the one thing that stands out the most to me. And I think it's really funny to see just those little moments of habits that we can have when we're in the zone and not aware of what we're doing. These curtains did cause me a little bit of trouble. As you can see, they originally went over the bookcase, but as I was setting it up and colouring it all in, I realised that the curtains wouldn't go over the bookcase because they're technically back further than the front of the bookcase is. So there's a little bit of error there, but thankfully the pen on the bookcase is quite dark, so it worked okay with um, the green as I went over it with the pen several times. Now I'm doing a bush which I thought was going to look better than it turned out, and I admit the scene out the window, I wish I'd just done a starry night or something like that, because this is where my skills came into play, and they're not there. I actually work as an artist when I'm not busy looking after my mum. I am a full-time carer of my mum and my autistic sister. Um, and before that, I was a artist, so I ran my own business at home. But my preferred method of artistry is not drawing. Um, yeah, it's pretty obvious that I don't make money off this type of thing. And yeah, those people who can, I applaud you because I cannot draw to save myself. But like I said, this was a process that I enjoyed, and thankfully, the giveaway winner liked it. So thank God, because I didn't even tell her what I was doing. I just sort of went off on a limb just one day and decided that I was going to do this elaborate bookcase for her and go from there. The thing that kind of inspired me is that my friend who won this, on her grid, you see a lot of photos of like nature and stuff and out the window with her books. So I kind of wanted to involve a window in some aspect, even though I knew it was going to cause a little bit of grief setting it up. So I'm kind of glad that I did put that in there because I don't know, it felt like a little bit of a nod to her, although very different scenery. And the cool thing that you don't get to see, because I did it all off camera because I was so nervous, was that I turned the bottom shelf into a little Dutch door and hid behind it the giveaway winner's little star rating. She has her own little I'm blanking on the words that I need right now. Oh no, I smudged it. What is it? Like rating system. That's what I'm looking for. And she does it by I think musicals or something like that. Don't quote me on it. Yeah, I just think it's really cool that she has her own little like star rating with names and stuff. And so I put them behind the door. I didn't color in any of the circles that I put beside them so she can use whatever color system that she wants when she gets the journal, and it keeps it personal that way. And I think it's just cleaner to keep it away. I used to have a letter on my very first um, reading journal, and that's where I kept my color code system away as well. And I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. It gets worse before it gets better. Um, on the bottom left shelf, it's a vase. I was trying very hard to make a vase. I'm very much so aware I cannot draw. And yeah, like I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I thought I would point it out and embarrass myself rather than have someone in the comments bringing it up and me being quiet and going, oh no, that was it never crossed my mind once. Yeah, I am very basic with my colouring and skills and my um, detail. So um, please bear with me. It does get better, I promise you, but it does have to get worse before we get there. Um, I really felt like leaving it all white behind wasn't going to work, so colouring in the back of the bookcase so it looks natural is something I always do when I do these types of setups. I think it looks more complete, and also I find it more pleasing to look at. I do it with all of mine. Um, yeah, I think it looks much better. I also like darker bookcases. I think that might be just because I have like darker furniture in my room. I'm not sure about that, but that's why I went with it, with the brown. I think that I probably won't do another elaborate page like this anytime soon, so don't expect this to be in my 2024 journal. I've had my fix. I think it's fun, and I'm looking to think of other ways to do my one because I'm using a bigger journal for 2024, so um, we'll go from there. I actually didn't think that I would have much to talk about for almost 13 minutes. I know we're only at 12, but here we are. I've managed to talk the whole way through. We're just sticking on the header now. My friend calls it a bookshelfie, so I decided to call it that for her as well. And I have a video up on the channel if you want to know how to make these temporary header stencils. You can check that out. I'll have it linked in the description below as well. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Like I mentioned, this one is very fun and different from what I normally put out, and I did have a blast doing this. I was listening to an audiobook, I had a really good time, and I'm glad that it is how it is. I just think it's so fun to look at. And until we next meet, I hope that you have fun reading. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. And thank you again so much for putting up with me being ill. I'm unsure how many more voice readings I will have to do while ill, but hopefully it won't be too much more. I feel a little bit better. I just sound horrible. Yeah. Thank you again for spending time with me, and I will have another giveaway video for you, giveaway journal video next week. Bye!